guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this week's video. I honestly cannot wait to show you guys all my hard work. No, I'm just super excited because for this video I feel like I could have done it a really easy way and just told you about my personal experiences, but instead I wanted to make sure this was the best I could get it to be, like the perfect answer to the question. So I did a video last week, I think it was, about how to grow on social media. I said at the end that I was thinking about doing another video on that, on what to do when you're feeling lost to do with social media, and also how to reach out to brands. I got so many messages asking me to actually do a video on that, so this is what this is. So please get comfy. It's going to be a long one, I'm sorry guys, but it's going to be so detailed. Okay, so first part of my mission for this video was to reach out to some brands. So I reached out to some that I was following on Instagram, and then I also reached out to some that I've worked with myself, and I asked them 5 questions and I'm going to go through the answers, and then I also asked you guys a few questions. I'm going to talk about my answers that I received from the brands compared to the stuff I asked you guys and your answers. The first question I actually asked all the brands was, how do you prefer people to reach out to you? Because your first impressions count. Once a brand's seen you, like seen that message from you, it's like a job interview. So I like to think as reaching out to brands, when you send them that first message, that's like you're applying for the job, if that makes sense. So it's super important that we do this right. I'm learning myself still, but obviously this information helped me too. So I asked you guys, how do you often reach out to brands? 44% of you actually said that you DM them through Instagram, and 56 said email, and I didn't get any for other, so I'm guessing they're the 2 most common ways. When I asked brands how they prefer you to reach out to them, only 1 actually said DM over everything else. The other 2 companies that said either email or DM both said email is more professional. That is one thing that every single brand said other than 1. So compared to the 56% of you that said that you email brands, actually 62% of brands said that they definitely only want emails, and then out of the 38% that said DM, over half of them said email as well, and email is more professional. So when you come to contacting brands, I normally do it through email if I can find an email. If I can't, then I will do it through DM if I want to, if I'm like that desperate to contact them. But I always think it's best to email. It's more professional. It looks more like real, if that makes sense. If I get a DM from a company myself, I always ask them to email me the information because I find DMs look a bit fake. I'm a bit like, is this real? I just think it looks more professional. Both ways. It works both ways. So my second question was, what do you look for when you personally, as a brand, wanting to work with someone? And an answer I got from quite a few brands was someone who had already used their products and believed in what they did and understood the concept of their brand. I'm guessing from a brand's point of view, they don't want to send someone a product if they don't even know if that person likes the product. Does that make sense? Like, say I was selling eyelashes and Rachel, let's say Rachel, she uses them all the time and she posts a lot with them and the brand knows she loves them. They could already ask her to do something and work with her because they know she's gonna, what sort of content she's gonna produce. Whereas if Rebecca has never used their lashes and they've not really had any contact with the brand before, the brand's already gonna have Rachel in their head. Does that make sense? Another thing that come up quite often was brands said that they go through the people's Instagram, have a look at their content, look at the quality, and look at how much they think their product would benefit from being on a post, to see how much people engage and ask about the products. It's kind of sad, but you kind of have to understand it from their point of view. A lot of them did say, sadly, follow count does matter, but they also, someone said it would be better for someone to have 1,000 followers but have them all to engage, rather than someone have 10,000 followers but only 100 engage. So it's more about engagement and what the brand thinks they could get out of you posting their products. We'll talk about this a little bit later on, but when you're posting, all your posts, you need to think this is like your CV. Your feed is like your CV. Think this is showing brands when you're posting what you could do for them. The last few tips I got from brands for what they was looking for was maturity, someone who's nice, no tea girls, no drama, just please be nice. They want diversity, men and women, people who are creative, do lots of different looks. And one thing that a lot of them said was they are not looking for people who just want free samples. Please guys, when you're writing out to these brands, bear that in mind. Okay, so my third question was, do you prefer people reaching out to you or do you prefer to reach out to people? And the answer was basically the same from everyone. They do like people reaching out to them, but they also like to find their own people that already support their brand and reach out to them. But a lot of them said they do appreciate people reaching out to them as long as they're genuine, and a lot of the brands said that they do checks on people's profiles to see if they just want free stuff or if they're genuinely asking. My fourth question was, what most annoys you when people reach out? What I got, the vibe was when people just ask for free stuff, like nothing else, just hi, can you send me free stuff? They want to know more about you and you as a person, and because you are your own brand, you need to represent yourself in the right way. So my final question for the brands was, any last comments that you think people would find useful? And there was quite a mixture. Basically, please try and understand how hard it is for the brands themselves to try and build themselves up, especially nowadays. The makeup industry is massive and there's so many big brands that they're competing against all the time. Also, another thing was always be professional. Try and build a relationship with a brand. Don't just look at it as freebies. Look at it as a relationship, and if you build upon this, you don't know what opportunities are going to come from it. Now I've gone over the feedback that I got from the brands. You guys will know when I've been saying these questions what you personally do, and you'll know if you can take anything from that. We're going to talk about how to actually set out an email for if you were going to approach a brand, which is the best bit because this is the bit that matters, you know, doing this bit right. So your email should be as in-depth as you want. Obviously, you want this to look professional, so make sure there's no spelling mistakes, make sure you proofread it before you send it. So you want to start off saying hello, and then insert the company's name, and then you want to make a new paragraph, and on this paragraph, you want to talk a bit about yourself. This should include links to all your social medias. Now, when I first started reaching out to brands, I only used to send them my Instagram account, and then it wasn't until brand actually said to me, we've seen that you have a YouTube account, we'd rather work with you on YouTube than Instagram, that I actually then thought, oh, I should probably start putting my YouTube in there. Make sure you put everything. This should also include your follow count and a bit about yourself. You can go as in-depth or not in-depth as you like, so you can tell them all sorts, what your favourite sort of products are, what you like doing on Instagram or on any other social media. Your second paragraph should be about what you love about the brand. Hopefully you've been following this brand for a while now and you've learned what they're about. You want to put what you like, maybe even name a product that you like. Maybe say, I've seen a few other girls or boys using your products and this looks really good. In your third paragraph, you want to put what you can offer to the brand. So offer insights. If you get people ask you questions about products, mention that. Offer everything. You could even put in there like the most likes you've ever got on something and offer to send them a couple of insights if they wanted to see themselves. Also in this paragraph, that is when you want to mention that you want to collaborate with them. So you need to put something like, I would love to collaborate with you, but don't say I want free stuff. Use the word collaboration instead. Say I would like to collaborate. And then this leaves it open for the brand. Collaborate could mean anything, but you're not asking for anything either. You want to leave it open to the brand. They might say, we'll send you a discount code if you want to try some stuff. They might say, we'd love to send you some stuff in return for a video or a post or a review. But this should all be in this paragraph that you're asking for a collaboration. And then lastly, you want to end it saying thank you for taking time to read this. You appreciate the time that they've taken out of the day to read this, and that if they're interested, please get back to you. And then just finish it with thank you and then your name and anything else you want to include. The last section is going to be on how to find brands that are probably more likely to be wanting to work with you. So what I do is I go through girls who also do makeup. If you don't do makeup, there's no point reaching out to brands. So to reach out to brands, to find the ones suitable, I go through people who have a similar follow count to me, who live in the same part of the world as me, and normally nowadays you find people have on their highlights a PR section. Go on their PR section and it will show you who sent them PR, because people like to see this nowadays, and then you can email brands from there. Possibly try to follow them first for a while and see if you actually think you could work with them. But this just gives you a good idea, but only based on follow count and location, if this brand would be willing to work with you. It does not guarantee that they will, but it gives you a rough idea if they are willing to work with someone based on your follow count. Before I end this video, I just want to say thank you to all the brands that worked alongside me with this and helped me get all the information I wanted. Thank you to you if you voted in any of my polls, and thank you for watching this, and I hope it helps you. If you want any more videos on social media advice, please just message me or comment them down below, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.